Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to all the new folks. I wanted to share an update with you on the progress in the island of Carriacou. If you haven't seen my first video, look the link on top. Go check it out on the channel. This video here today is 10 days post Hurricane Beryl. For those of you who don't know, Hurricane Beryl hit Carriacou Island as a Category 4 hurricane, devastating the island. You can still see here lots of galvanized in the bushes, lots of debris, lots of destroyed house. However, what I can tell you, my update from the last video is that a lot of people started rebuilding their roof. You can see blue tarpaulins on top of the roof. They're receiving aids. The roads, as you can see here, the streets have been cleared. So now traffic can flow freely. They're repairing the electric lines. There is not yet electricity back on the island, but a lot of the homes and some of the shelters now have generators operating, so there's some sort of electricity to charge your devices or even get light. The mangroves took a hit, but they're made to take a beating. They already can see the green leaves coming back in, but just a week ago the Oyster Bed, as we're approaching now, was filled with boats. There was a big cluster of sailboats. You can see here a couple of overturned and sunken vessels. The big cluster is still there, but most of the other boats that was sheltering the hurricane in that Oyster Bed, protected by the mangroves, left. They were taken out today, but these lot here who's in that cluster is still there. It will be some effort to clear that up. The mangroves play such a crucial role in buffering the effect of the storm surge in a hurricane. And you can see here they're damaged, but you see some green, which means they're on the path to recovery as well. Telecom is back up on most of the island as well, so people have an opportunity to communicate with their friends and family across the globe. That alone can bring some peace of mind. Of course, I was out there on a veterinary relief mission, so I had to actually survey some of the common livestock areas. You can see most of the fencing has been knocked down, most of the shade trees have been knocked down as well. So there was a bunch of livestock walking around. I used the drone to find a couple of horses. You'll probably see that in the next video where I feature most of the livestock I saw and the work we were doing on the ground. This one, however, I wanted to show you on the Limleh windward side, which I did not cover in my first video. But this side of the island took significant damage. So just look at it. It's good to see the roads are all clear. You can drive there now. The people as well have started rebuilding. Those who can started rebuilding. But if you look through the trees, you would see loads of debris and galvanized everywhere. Some people, homes who have been completely destroyed, they have not even started picking up the rubbles as yet, or putting their life back together. So some places you would see complete houses, other places you would just see rubble. Another big disaster was the Dover School. As we see here, we're approaching the Dover School. It was a hurricane shelter, but a container hit the building and smashed the entire thing. So imagine people was inside of here during the hurricane, but they were evacuated in time. This Dover windward side took the brunt of the damages. You can see houses completely shattered. Just look, this is a house we're passing over. You know it's there, but at the same time it's unrecognizable. You can see loads of debris as well from other houses. This will take a mammoth of an effort to clean up, but some people have started rebuilding. If you look far up to the top, you'd see lots of blue tarpaulins on top of roofs. So people are back in their home, they're trying to start their life over again. The aerial view gives you a different perspective as to being on the ground. You can see over there Petit Saint Vincent, Petit Martinique, and Petit Dominique in the background. Petit Martinique was damaged really bad as well. Most of the landing docks in Windward was destroyed. The jetty was gone. and a lot of the large vessels thrown ashore. As we take a look at Hillsboro, you can see a lot of work has been done to get things back on track, but there's a lot of work still to be done. The destruction is immense, but the roads are cleared, people are back to work again, the gas station is open. In a moment, you'll see a long line of cars waiting to get gas at the gas station. There were lots of debris in the playing field from the hurricane, but they used this as a point to put most of the debris from town, to then put them in trucks and move them to a different location. The jetty is intact, however, and just at the right angle, it's such a beautiful view still, if you ignore all those missing roof and debris and destroyed buildings. Yeah, but that in itself is hard to ignore. There's some people trying to get their life back on track, and other people still stumped as to where do they go from here? What's the next move? Ten days can be a long time, but in this case, it's just a blink of an eye in the long road to recovery. You see, a lot of these buildings have been untouched. The local bank there, the whole roof is gone. The government buildings lost most of its roofing. But yeah, in the coming weeks, we'll be on the ground in Carriacou fairly often, aiding with the relief efforts, mostly veterinary relief, but we'll be helping people here and there where we can. We'll give periodic updates on the channel as well, so stay tuned to see. We'll finish off in Hillsboro, just a little bit left, giving you going back up the street to Boucherjou area. Another thing Hurricane Beryl showed was what building processes was effective against a strong hurricane, because you can see a lot of intact roofs here next to roofs that has been completely destroyed. Another benefit to the roads now being cleared is that you can see the hustle and bustle picking back up with vehicles going up and down the streets. The electricity company is also trying to get things back up in place, because they can now move around and change the poles and the power lines, so some level of normal can return in a timely manner. So yeah, bringing you post-Hurricane Beryl impact on Carriacou Island, Grenada. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're one of our long-term supporters, then I have another video coming out in a couple days that's going to show you on the ground doing veterinary stuff, going around relief work. Some cool stuff you might like, so keep an eye out for it.